Mary, that delivery woman that I saw earlier this morning was you, right?
Yes, it was. I didn't like the fact that you decided to point and laugh at me like that.
Sorry, but I just couldn't help it. I couldn't believe my eyes when I saw you delivering newspapers. That's the kind of job that broke students do. You're a full-grown adult already.
It's actually pretty fun delivering newspapers. You should give it a try sometime.
There's no way I would ever do that. That's not the kind of job that I should be doing. I'm not trying to say that delivering newspapers is a pathetic job or anything. It's just that I have a certain standard for the jobs that I'd be willing to do. Delivering newspapers is very far away from that standard.
I see. What kind of job is suitable for a person like you, then? I would love to find out.
Let me think. There are a lot of possibilities. A really well-paid secretary at a large company would be a job I could do. I'd also be willing to do a creative job where my talents could be put to use, and I also have some interest in finance-related jobs. I also read a lot of books and like writing, so becoming an author could be a potential career path.
It's great that you have so many ideas, but aren't you currently unemployed?
I'm not unemployed. I'm a housewife, so I don't need to work. It's a lot of hard work supporting my family like I do. Also, would you please stop calling me unemployed? You might have to work because you're a single mom, but I have a husband that loves me and wants to take care of me. I don't like being called that word. It's not like I'm unemployed because I can't find a job.
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to offend you. I just want to say that it's not as easy as you think to work and raise a child at the same time. I doubt that any of the jobs that you listed out are easy careers to get into. You don't even work right now.
I'm actually a very capable worker, so I could do any of those jobs if I wanted to. Before I got married, I used to work in a lot of different industries. I've worked as a secretary for a large company before, and I have also worked jobs that require a lot of creativity.
Would you be able to tell me more in detail about your job that required a lot of creativity?
I told you earlier, didn't I? I wrote some short stories, and that requires a lot of creative thinking.
So you've written books before? I thought that you were just saying things that you wanted to do.
Yeah, I have. My books are pretty popular, by the way. Recently, I've been a little busy raising my child, so I haven't been able to do any writing.
I really didn't know about that. I would love to read your books. Would you be able to tell me how to find them?
I've already retired as a writer. If you really want to read my books, then you can find them yourself. Anyway, enough about me. How much do you even earn right now?
That's a little out of nowhere. Do I really have to answer that?
Why don't you want to tell me? Or are you embarrassed or something? Actually, I kind of understand why you don't want to tell me. You wake up early in the morning to deliver newspapers. The amount of money you earn must be so pathetic that you don't want to tell anyone.
You're correct. It's not the kind of amount that I would be happy to tell people.
Stop being so difficult and just tell me. I might be able to help you out in some way. My husband has a lot of great business connections. I think I could ask him to find you a job that's way better than delivering newspapers so early in the morning.
You really are very rude. Even part-time jobs like newspaper delivery is required for our society to function. You need to stop making fun of people that do these kinds of jobs and be thankful for them.
I'm not making fun of them at all. Stop trying to act like the victim all of a sudden. You're just overthinking things. Quit trying to change the subject and just tell me how much you currently earn.
Around $15,000, I think. Are you happy now?
Did you really just say $15,000? Are you serious? How in the world are you living off of a salary of $15,000 a year?
Wait, what? That's not what I meant.
I've got to tell our other mom friends about this. I bet that they've never even seen someone that only earns $15,000 a year. I'm curious as to how you live with such a pathetic salary.
Please don't go around telling people this. It's private information.
How did you guys even get into our kindergarten with that salary? The place is pretty expensive. All the other moms that bring their child are all really rich.
I only chose the kindergarten because it was in a convenient location and the facility looked really nice. I wasn't really worried about how much it cost. I regret making that decision, though, as I have to interact with other moms like you.
So you only decided to make your daughter go there so that you would appear rich from the outside. I feel so sorry for her. She's getting used to try to increase her reputation.
Please stop talking about my daughter like that. That is not why my daughter is attending kindergarten.
Why are you talking so aggressively now? Are you getting angry? How scary. It's your fault that you tried to put yourself in a community that you don't deserve to be in. You and your daughter need to move to another kindergarten for poor people.
I'm sorry, but I regret trying to fit in with you all. Please just leave me alone now.
Don't worry, I will leave you alone. It's bad luck for me to even be talking with someone like you. I've got to go and tell all the other mom friends about this. We do love to talk about this kind of thing after all.
Go ahead. I don't even care anymore. Hey, is it really true that you're inviting everyone over to your place? Even Chloe? Yeah, it's true. If you're free, I'd love for you to come too. Why are you inviting them over? There's going to be so much drama. She's been going around the neighborhood spreading rumors about you delivering newspapers. She's also saying that your yearly salary is $15,000. She's going to be so shocked when she sees your huge house. I wonder what her reaction is going to be like. I have no other choice but to invite her and her friends over. They're being so persistent about it. I decided to invite them over so that they would stop mocking me and calling me poor. I wanted to cut ties with her completely, but I have to see her almost every day when I go pick up my daughter from kindergarten. How about you just straight up tell her how rich you are? It's not like I'm that rich at all. Even the house I live in was something that my dead husband built for us. To be honest, I wanted to live in a slightly smaller house. He insisted that he wanted a big house and then passed away, leaving me to pay all the loans.
If you do invite them all over, they're going to find out about your true identity, though. You've always hidden the fact that you're Mariana Price. You're one of the most popular authors right now. Every book that you release sells out almost instantly.
Yeah, I guess they might find out. It was really nice being able to work without anyone knowing my identity. It's going to be really annoying once everyone finds out. It's not going to be fair for my daughter if she has to attend kindergarten with all the rumors about me flying around. I'm going to move her to another kindergarten once things settle down a little.
Yeah, that might be a good idea. You really are unlucky being targeted by a woman like her.
Yeah, I know, right? It was really early in the morning, so I didn't think anyone would see me delivering newspapers. I can't believe it had to be her that saw me. Like, what are the chances?
You should have just done what I did and pretend to treat her like a queen. I just agreed to whatever she was saying and complimented her. She left me alone right away.
She made fun of me and laughed at me. I'm not going to take that from her. I've had enough of her, so I'm just going to put her in her place. That's why I'm inviting her over to my house.
You really are competitive, aren't you? You've always hated to lose. I'm kind of glad that you're this way, though. It's very entertaining to watch you as your friend. I'm definitely going to be there on the day to see all of their shocked faces. It should be fun to watch you guys battle it out.
It's not even going to be a battle. Hopefully, they all shut up and leave me alone after this weekend.
What are you going to do about Serena, your daughter?
I'm asking my parents to look after her over the weekend. I don't want her interacting with these people.
I see. They must be really happy to hear that they get to spend the weekend with her.
They were over the moon. I'm not even sure that they're going to give her back to me on Sunday. Anyway, everyone's coming over on Saturday, so I hope you make it.
Thanks for the invite. I'll be there for sure. It's going to be so much fun! Hey, which one is your place? I think I'm in the right area, but I can't find a single house that looks old and about to break down.
You just need to come to the address that I sent you. It's a very large house, so I don't think you're going to have any trouble finding it.
A large house? You're joking, right? There's no point in lying about it anymore.
I'm not lying at all. Do you see the 3-story house with the blue roof? You should be able to see it from pretty far away. That's where I live.
Are you serious? You live in this house? I know that you want us to respect you, but this is way too much. you live in a house like this? I know it's a joke, but it's not even funny. It's just sad.
Just come inside.
I kind of understand why you would try to trick us like this, though. Your life must be that pathetic. I just can't imagine the kind of life you live with a salary of $15,000 a year. You're a single mother and poor. I feel so sorry for you.
That's just the monthly salary of my side business.
What? That's not what you told me.
I never even said that it was my yearly salary. I just said $15,000 when you asked me how much I earn. It's not even my main source of income. That's how much I earn every month from the web design business that I do on the side.
There's no way that's possible. Stop with all the jokes. As I told you earlier, it's not even funny. If you do really live here, then you wouldn't be delivering newspapers in the morning.
I was only doing that because I'm sitting at my desk all day while I work. I wanted to do something that would force me to go outside and move around. I didn't want to go to the gym as the membership is kind of expensive and I wouldn't be motivated enough to go every day. That's why I decided to give newspaper delivery a go. It's a job, so I wouldn't be able to skip it even if I wasn't feeling motivated to go outside. I actually kind of enjoyed it and decided to continue doing it.
So you're telling me that you were delivering newspapers as a form of exercise? I guess you really thought about this elaborate lie.
You still don't believe me? How do you want me to prove it? I just thought of a way. Are you in front of my house now?
I'm outside the house that you told me to come to. I know it's not your house, though.
Okay, so you've arrived. I'm going to open the gate now, so please come inside.
Wait, what?
I have the controls to the gate right next to me, so I don't need to come down to let visitors inside. You should hurry up and come inside. All your other moms are already waiting inside.
So you're really telling me that this is your house?
It is. Do you like it?
I don't believe it. This house is so big and luxurious.
Why are you acting so surprised? This house is nothing special. I've been to many houses that are much more spacious and luxurious than this one.
What are you talking about? Are you trying to make fun of me?
You got me. I am, actually. Since you've been making fun of me for such a long time. Would you hurry up and just come inside? Everyone is waiting for you.
Wait, please hold on for just a minute.
That's what I thought. You don't know what to say to all your mom friends after the rumors you spread about me. I heard that you were boasting about how rich you were compared to me.
There's no way that you made all this money by yourself. You probably just had a rich family or something.
Well, this house was built by my husband. It's not the kind of house that I wanted.
I knew it. There's no way you bought this house with your own money. Your husband must have left you for another woman, right? You're not very attractive after all. I'm sure that the guy that married you must have been so dumb. I have no idea why anyone would choose you.
My husband passed away a while ago. That's why I'm a single mother.
Are you serious? He died? Crap. I'm sorry if I offended you.
He died in a car accident 1 year after we got married and he bought this house. I guess he was dumb and selfish for dying alone like that and leaving me and our daughter.
I'm really sorry about that. I didn't know that he had died. You should have told me about it earlier. I hope that he is resting in peace.
You don't need to worry about it. It all happened a while ago. I was just a little surprised by the way you've been treating me over the past few months. Why were you looking down on me so much when you're not the one that earns the salary in your family? It's your husband doing all the hard work and not you. You don't have the right to call me poor. It's not you that's rich after all. You don't even work at all.
What are you talking about? I'm a very busy woman and I don't need you to talk to me like this. I work very hard every single day.
Oh, really? What do you do? I do remember saying that you do jobs that require creativity from time to time.
That's right. I'm actually an author. I do some writing while also being a housewife. I actually make around the same amount of money as my husband.
Wow, that's so amazing. Do you make all that money as an author?
Yeah, that's right. You shouldn't think of me as just a normal housewife.
Would you be able to tell me the name of the books you wrote then?
Why should I do that?
Well, you just said that you earn just as much as your husband. You must be pretty famous then, right? I would love to read your books and hear more about the way you write. As a fellow writer, I would love to introduce myself as well.
Introduce yourself? What are you talking about?
I'm actually an author as well. I go by the name of Mariana Price.
Are you serious? Mariana Price?
Yes, I would love to get to know you better, seeing as we're both literateurs. Would you hurry up and come inside now?
Actually, it's okay now. I've decided that I'm going to go home for today.
That's very unfortunate. Would you just tell me your pen name then? I love to read books as well as write them, so I'm sure that I would recognize your name once you tell me.
Are you seriously telling me that you're Mariana Price?
I am. If you come inside the house, I have lots of ways to prove it.
I am not coming inside your house. Still, if you really are Mariana Price, then you really have no talent in writing. All of your books are so boring to read. You're just popular because you got lucky.
Thanks for the precious feedback. I would love to become a better writer, so please would you tell me the name of your book so that I can learn from them?
I told you that I'm not going to tell you the name of my books. I wouldn't want you to plagiarize my work after all.
Fine then. Would it be okay if I asked your husband about your books then? He's at my house with the rest of us. I can ask him right now if you don't mind.
Wait, what? Tom is here? Why would you invite him?
He's waiting for you inside. I needed to tell him something, and that's why I invited him over. I accidentally saw you the other day when I was delivering newspapers in the morning. You were kissing a man that I didn't recognize. He was much taller than Tom and had blonde hair, so I instantly knew it wasn't him.
You didn't tell him about any of this, did you? You don't even know what you saw.
Unfortunately, I told him already. That was the only reason I invited him over. I think I would feel guilty about it if I knew about you cheating and kept quiet about it.
Are you serious? How could you betray me like that? I'm definitely going to make you pay for this.
He seems to be really furious with you. I feel a lot better now that it's not a secret between just me and you. It's really not healthy to keep secrets after all.
Why did you have to tell him about it? I thought we were friends.
Friends? Did you really think that we would still be friends after what you did to me? I also checked with him to see if you really were an author. Sounds like you lied about that as well.
I'm not lying. I can explain. What am I meant to do now that he knows about me cheating on him? He's going to divorce me and kick me out of the house thanks to you.
Who knows? It's not my problem. You need to take responsibility for what you did. Why don't you find a job where you can use your creativity skills that you were boasting about? Chloe decided to go home without even coming into the house to see everyone. Her husband was so furious that he decided to get a divorce right away. He got a divorce lawyer and managed to win the house and all their savings as he was the rightful owner. Chloe ended up getting kicked out of his house and tried to move into the house of the guy that she was sleeping with. That didn't work, since he turned out to be married and decided that he wanted to stay with his wife, so she had nowhere to go. She had no money, no job, and no place to live, so she asked all of her mom friends for some help. Unfortunately for her, no one wanted to help, probably because she was always so arrogant and looked down on everyone. After losing everything, she decided to move back into her parents' place in the countryside. Currently, she works a part-time job in the countryside, living a very lonely life. I hope that she stays there and doesn't come back to the city, as it's a lot more peaceful here without her.
Shannon, listen up. This weekend we're hosting a barbecue party for the whole company. You better start preparing now, got it?
Wait, this weekend? I thought it was 2 weeks from now.
Not anymore, it's not. We just beat the last quarter's sales by a decent margin. We need to celebrate all the hard work that everyone's put in these past 3 months. This doesn't happen every day. It's really important. It needs to be perfect. Understood?
Wow, that is quite impressive, actually. Everyone definitely deserves a pat on the back for the hard work. But wouldn't it be better to just give everyone some extra vacation time or something? I don't know. Taking people's weekends for a work barbecue doesn't seem like the best move. I just feel kind of bad for them, you know? Like, oh, you put in some great work? Cool, now come in on your day off.
Why in the world would you feel bad for them? Don't be ridiculous. I'll be paying for everything. And I don't plan on cheaping out on the food either. I'm just a benevolent boss like that.
Stuffing your face with food is nice and all, but being able to sit down and rest every once in a while would be better. Everyone's been working constantly to make this happen, Adam. Come on, let's let them chill for a bit. Say a week or so, and then we can host the party. I'm willing to bet they've all got plans with their families and friends and stuff. Why not let them enjoy all that?
They spend every single day with their families, and I bet they're sick to death of their friends, too. What they need is a change of pace like this. Trust me. This party is way more important. It's not every day you see this big of an uptick in sales. Actually, you know what? How about we let them bring their family and a friend or two as well? Surely that's enough for them.
I'm not sure. I doubt it. Bringing in people's family and friends might just make everything really awkward.
God, you're so annoying. You know that? Are you getting paid just to shoot down every good idea I have? I just want to thank these people somehow. What's so wrong with that? Do you really think that they don't deserve anything for all their hard work?
No, of course I believe that they deserve a reward. But instead of a sudden work party, just give them time off instead. I'm sure they'd appreciate it way more.
I've had enough of your lip. I'm the boss around here. If I say this party is happening, it's happening. Understood? Now get preparing for the event. You've only got a few days, and it's your head that will roll if it goes badly. If you mess this up and make me look bad, you will regret it. Now go put in some orders for the food. Only the highest quality, got it?
Hey, Shannon. Weird question, I know. What were you doing at that really fancy butcher's place? Aren't you vegetarian? Or did you finally give that up? You were carrying a massive bag, too. What was that all about? Well, I probably should be asking if it was you first.
Whoa, Kathy? We haven't spoken since, what, high school? Surprised you still have my number saved. But yeah, that was me you saw. Could you tell I was struggling to carry the bag with how heavy it was? How could you tell it was me, though? My hair's totally different from how I had it back then.
Yeah, that's why I wasn't 100% sure that it really was you. I just thought, oh, she looks familiar from somewhere. Then I had that light bulb moment and decided to pop you a message and see if it was actually you.
You know, you could have just walked up to me and said hi. I don't bite Kathy. Usually, anyway.
Nope, I know myself too well for that. I would have ran away with some of that food like a little raccoon. And I can't be doing that. I'm on a diet right now. Trying to lose some of that stubborn fat, and it's such a pain. Speaking of which, how come you bought all that food? You're not going to eat it all by yourself, right?
No, I'm not trying to send myself to an early grave. I got all this stuff because my husband will be hosting this barbecue party at work, and we'll have quite a few guests.
Wait, you're married? I never thought I'd see the day.
Have been for a few years, actually. Still haven't gotten used to it, though. Anyway, basically my husband decided that he's hosting this barbecue party for work as a celebration, and that it has to be this weekend. Even though that's a few days away. So I've just been running around all day, buying all the crap we'll need.
Whoa, okay, slow down a bit, babes. Let me get something straight. Your husband's organizing a pretty big event. Is he some bigwig over at the company or something?
Yeah, he owns the company. Built it from the ground up by himself. Although nowadays he comes to me for help with basically everything, like I'm his secretary or something. Maybe I should ask for a raise.
Wow. How did you do it, Shannon? Tell me your secrets. Not to be rude or anything, but back in school you were like average at best. I can't even imagine how you pulled someone like him. Oh, wait, let me guess. Did you use one of those pheromone perfumes? I hear those work well.
Trust me, my husband isn't anywhere near as impressive as you think he is. The company isn't a massive one or anything. He only started it after we got married, and it's not been around for that long.
Massive or not, he's still the president of his own company. That's impressive enough for me. And the size of the company clearly isn't affecting the size of his wallet. I'm betting he pays you pretty well for just being his secretary. That butcher's you went into was the most expensive place around here. I bet he's got some money to throw around. You must be doing pretty well for yourself. No wonder your hair looks so much nicer. I'm a bit jealous.
Oh, come on. It's not to that extent. Trust me. This is just a really special occasion, so he wanted to pull out all the stops, I suppose.
Don't be so modest. It's unbefitting. Except that you're married to a super rich CEO. It's fine. You might as well admit it, since you're acting like it anyway. Meanwhile, I am stuck eating those crappy microwavable meals, since I can't afford anything else. My boyfriend had the nerve to break up with me, even though everything was his fault, so I haven't been doing great recently. He even kicked me out. It's crazy how different our lives are, even though we used to be on the same level not that long ago.
Wait, he kicked you out? Even though you didn't have anywhere else to go? That's horrible.
I know, right? He said he wanted to live together, so I figured he'd pop the question soon. Even quit my job. I thought he'd want me to be a stay-at-home mom, and he just wound up doing one of the worst things he could have. Apparently, he didn't even want me to be a stay-at-home mom. Said we could have split the housework. What man wants to split housework? I bet he didn't even plan to marry me. He said we were moving too fast, too. It was his idea to move in. God, I really don't get guys like him.
Wow, that's quite a lot.
I know, right? It's his fault I'm living in a crappy studio apartment right now. I've been buying dinner out of the bargain bin half the time. Not that it matters anymore. I think my luck's finally turning around. Took long enough.
Oh, is it? I'm glad to hear that. Did you get a raise at work?
Not quite. But it is something to do with money, that's for sure. Suddenly, I'm a lot happier that I got to talk to you again, Shannon. Maybe you were my guardian angel all along. Anyway, I've got something I need to do, so we'll have to continue the conversation at some other point. Make sure you enjoy being married to a company president while you still can. You never know what might happen.
What do you think you're doing? Open the door already! I'm being serious! This weird joke stopped being funny like 15 minutes ago. If you don't let me back in, I'm calling the cops. I swear. It's my house! What gives you the right to do this?
Are you sure about that? I think it's safe to say that, from today on, this isn't your house anymore. Don't worry, I'll make sure to value my wallet and the man attached to it way more than you ever did.
What are you talking about? I value Adam.
Clearly, you didn't value him enough. He jumped at the idea of being with someone new. I hardly had to convince him. So I guess you'll have to find someone else that'll be willing to wife you up. Good luck with that.
As if. I'll speak with him myself. I bet you're lying about all this. There's no way he'd be okay with this crap. And stop acting like he's already divorced me. You haven't replaced me, and you won't. Just you wait. You'll pay for this.
Oh, will I? I'm not so sure about that. Can't say I'm particularly intimidated by you right now. You're the one that's stuck outside like a dirty dog. Not me. And I doubt you're ever getting back in. Poor sweet Adam's head over heels for me now. He said that he's already got the divorce papers ready. And the papers for our marriage, too.
What? He can't divorce me just like that. Both partners need to agree. What have you done?
Me? Oh, nothing. It was his choice, you know? All he had to do was copy your signature. Looked pretty accurate to me. He's sat right next to me right now, actually. Says he's glad to be rid of you. Apparently, you're horrible in bed compared to me.
No, I refuse to believe he'd cheat on me. That's not the Adam I know. And with you? You didn't even know he existed like 2 months ago. How could you ever pull this off? And how could he forge a signature like that? I never knew he could do that. I still don't believe it.
You must be lying.
You know, Shannon, I'm so glad I messaged you that day. Really. Thanks to that, I got to meet my little sweetling. He's such a gent. Nothing like my old crappy boyfriend.
You're just dancing around the subject. Tell me, what have you done to my husband?
Don't worry your pretty little head about it. It wasn't anything illegal. I just found out where you live. You really shouldn't post that stuff on social media, you know. After that, all I had to do was walk around the area until I bumped into him. And when I saw him, bam, that was when I struck. Made an excuse to talk to him and turned the charm up to 11. And unlike you, that was really easy. I know how to make a high-value man like him salivate after me. It really isn't that difficult. Of course, I don't expect you to know anything about that.
You aren't kidding, are you? How long has this been going on for?
Long enough. Honestly, I was expecting this to be way harder than it was. Thought a married man would be a bit more faithful, but nope. Then again, if I was a man and I had to choose between you and me, I'd choose myself any day too. It just makes sense.
You're horrible.
Maybe, but I guess my Adam likes horrible women. He wasn't that fond of you even before he met me. You want to know what he told me? He said he'd been thinking of getting rid of you for a while anyway. He said you were always sticking your nose into company business and telling him what he should be doing. He was sick of you, babes. Even if I didn't trot along, he would have gotten rid of you pretty soon.
Are you serious? All I wanted to do was help however I could. Everything I said was in the best interest of the company. He never said anything. I had no clue that's what he thought about my advice. Why didn't he say anything?
Wow, you're even more naive than I thought. The only thing a wife needs to do is this. Sit by his side and look pretty. But I guess you wouldn't even be able to do that, huh? He's a hardworking man who's constantly out in a cold, harsh world. You should have been providing him with warmth and softness. That was your duty as his wife. You were an idiot to think that you had any right to tell him what he should be doing.
But then, I might as well just not be a person. At that point, I'd just be a robot doing whatever he wants.
Not quite. There's a big difference between someone who knows their place and someone who just follows orders. When it comes to love, you need to make sacrifices. You can't have your cake and eat it too. But I suppose you expect to get all of his money without needing to give anything in exchange. No wonder he didn't love you anymore. You acted like a little more than a piece of furniture. So I think it's in your best interest to just take the divorce. Not like you have much of a choice anyway.
Yeah, I guess you're right. I don't really have much of a choice. Not that I ever did. I was such an idiot. My husband hasn't loved me for God knows how long. One of my old friends took him from right under my nose. He's not the man I married. And you're not the girl I was friends with.
Glad we've come to an understanding. I'll gladly take the seat of trophy wife. And what a trophy I'll be. Sorry, not sorry. I'm a much better fit for this position anyway. I'll make sure to enjoy and actually value the life you threw away.
Go ahead. I doubt his company will last for much longer.
What do you mean?
Oh, don't worry about it. And by the way, I really appreciate you two saving me the trouble of having to sign all of those papers. I suppose I need to look for a new home now. Best get started as soon as I can. I wonder if any real estate agents are still open at this hour. I guess I should just look around and see.
Who cares about the real estate agents? What do you mean his company won't last? Explain yourself! His company was big enough to host a massive barbecue. Why would it go belly up out of nowhere like that?
Well, you know, all of the staff that were invited to that party, well, there's been a bit of an issue. It seems like they weren't too fond of working under someone as tyrannical as your sweet Adam. So they all decided to quit at the same time. It was a bit of a shock for me, so I can only imagine how the big boss will react.
All of them?
Yes, all of them. They all came to me and handed me their 1-month notices.
And on my way back home, I was just wondering how I'd tell Adam about it. I was really worried, you know? I expected to have to tell him face to face, but the woman who he's been cheating on me with decided to kick me out. So much has happened today. I need a drink. Or 2. Or maybe 3. Yeah, 3 drinks sound great right about now. Mind helping me choose something? I feel like having a cocktail of some kind.
Who cares about your drinks? Explain yourself! What do you mean everyone quit at the same time? There's no way that would happen.
Oh, but there is. Especially if you know who they were working for. They've been sick of him for a while now. He's not exactly the most cooperative person. Don't know if you were aware. I've been doing my best to keep things afloat, but there's only so much I can do. I'm only human, after all. I guess they reached their breaking point. Not that I blame them. And besides, even if I wanted to stop them, there isn't anything I could really do about it.
What? Why?
Oh, well, I don't really have a stake in the company anymore. I forgot why. And I'm sure Adam doesn't need my help anyway. It was all thanks to his hard work that the company grew as much as it did anyway. But he is also really result-focused, if you haven't noticed. So I guess it was only a matter of time until this happened.
Are you being serious? Do his employees hate him or something?
Well, you see, Adam's a really big fan of work. Basically in a relationship with his job. Even goes in on his days off. But he has this one tiny bad habit. He holds everyone else to those unreasonable standards as well. And he's super strict, especially when it comes to the numbers. Sales always need to go up. Expenses always need to go down. No matter what. So you can imagine that the people working for him got tired of it.
Oh no!
He's been especially hard on them recently. And when they thought they would finally get some time off, they found out the company was hosting a party. Most people seemed annoyed that attendance was compulsory. By itself, it's not that big of a deal, but I guess it was the straw that broke the camel's back. And they'd all had enough of him. Gathered up and decided to quit at the same time. They also knew how unreasonable he can be. So they came to me, so that I'd pass on the message. I was basically his secretary anyway.
Okay, here's a question. Let's say that everyone does quit. What kind of position would the company be in?
Not a great one, I'll tell you that. The only reason he's doing so well for himself is because he gets so much help from his employees. Without him, well, let's just say he'd have to do a lot more work.
So what does that mean exactly?
It means you're going to have to put in a lot of work if you want the company to stay afloat. Unless you want to wind up on the streets, of course.
No way! That's not what I signed up for! I wanted to have an easy life where I just sit around and do nothing! Not work my hands to the bone just to be doing okay for myself! I would have stayed single if I wanted that.
Don't want to work your hands down to the bone? You better find some new employees then. But then again, I'm not sure if there are that many people that would want to work there. The company has a bit of a reputation.
Oh no!
Oh, whoops. I think I've said a bit too much. I don't want to ruin your perception of your new husband, you know? It would be an absolute tragedy if you fell out of love with him this fast.
Respond already! I know what you told Catherine. Did they all seriously quit?
Not to worry. I have left all of the paperwork in your mailbox. You may read it at your leisure. I would recommend starting sooner rather than later. There is a lot to get through.
Quit messing with me! How could they be so ungrateful? After everything I did for them. And they didn't even have the decency to say it to my face. I hired them, and this is how they treat me? Cowards. Every single one of them. I never should have trusted any of them. They're all backstabbing rats, and I'll make sure I get payback.
On the contrary, I would argue that they had no reason to swear allegiance to you. Professional relationships such as those are purely transactional. They provide their skills for your company in exchange for their salaries. If anything, you should be grateful that they abandoned you now instead of doing so earlier. After all, it was for your sake that they slaved away every day. It was you who ended up driving them all off. Unless you realize that rather obvious fact, you will not find anyone to replace the workers you have lost.
Who do you think you are talking to me like that?
A voice of reason. Anyway, you and Kathy can sort the rest out.
You don't need to tell me twice. That's what I was planning on doing anyway. I'm a skilled businessman. I can handle a situation like this any day. Just you watch. I'm special. Unlike all of those fools that quit. I know what I'm doing. I know the real value of others. I know how to treat those that have served me well. Send all of those cowards a message for me. I will make sure that they can never find another job in this field as punishment for their betrayal.
You can't be serious.
Oh, but I am. They should have respected me while they had the chance. Now they'll never work again.
Keep telling yourself that, if it'll help you sleep at night. This dream of yours won't come true, though. I plan on hiring all of them.
Huh? What do you mean you'll hire them?
You know, it's kind of funny. After they handed me their notices, your old employees asked me to start my own company.
What? And what, you just took them seriously? Do you really think that someone like you could start a company? You are barely even a secretary to me. It'll fall apart before the year's out. Mark my words.
I suppose you better mark your calendar. We'll see if you're right in 12 months. Something tells me my company will be doing just fine, though. I spoke to quite a few of your clients as well. They suggested that I should make my own company, too.
What? My clients said that?
It's not just your employees that were sick to death of how you lead the company. I think I've managed to piece together how everyone sees you after all the conversations I've had. You're arrogant, selfish, and an absolute pain to deal with in general. And I have to say, I think I agree with them. So they've said that they'd be more than willing to do business with me, should I start my own company. It sounds like we'd have a decent leg up on you.
Don't you dare! Do you know how long it took me to gather all those clients?
I'm sure it'll take a lot of time and money to get it off the ground. But if I've basically got people lining up for it, I don't see why I wouldn't give it a shot. I'm sure I'll do better than you anyway.
As if. You'll never be half as successful as I was. You don't have it in you. I had to devote all of myself to this position. You just don't understand how hard it really is to run a company. But you'll find out soon enough. You'll learn that unless you're as gifted as I am, you stand no chance in the business world.
Gifted? Somehow, I don't think that's the best word to describe you. A truly gifted person wouldn't have let all of his employees quit on him at the same time.
Why, you?
I have to say, you're not very convincing. Especially when you're running around yelling how skilled you are with nothing to show for it. If you can do as well as you did, I don't think I have a reason to be worried about my own performance. I'm sure I'll do well. You'll see.
You wish. I bet you're lying about the thing with the clients, too. There's no way they'd all back you up like that. They have no reason to.
I suppose time will tell, won't it? Just sit back and watch the show, dear. You better get ready to be overtaken by a new rival company. This wasn't supposed to happen. I married the rich guy, so why is my life so hard? Why did you do this to us? Oh, what's wrong, Catherine? You got what you wanted, didn't you? You married the big, rich company president. So why do you seem so unhappy still? What do you think? We still haven't managed to hire anyone else. How am I supposed to have an easy life if I'm working 50 hours a week? I think I'll just divorce this guy and move on with my life. What? You're thinking of divorce already? You two haven't been married for that long, though. What's with the sudden switch? You think I married this guy out of love? Of course not. I just wanted to have a lot of money. Go out partying every night, enjoying my youth, the whole 9 yards. But I got the exact opposite of that. I'm even worse off than I was before. I'm having those crappy microwave meals even more often now. There wasn't even any point in stealing this guy. He's completely useless. Oh, that's so sad. I'm so sorry that your life sunk even further down the drain.
Stop it with the sarcasm! You're the one who stole all of our employees and clients! We're just barely out of the red! This is all your fault!
Me? Steal? You're the only one here that's done any stealing. Don't you ever forget that. Everyone just chose to come to my company because it's better than what you two are offering. Actually, no. They abandoned you two first and foremost. Them coming to me afterwards is just a nice bonus.
I'm so sick of you. Adam's being all cold with me now because of all the stress, too. You know what he said to me recently? He said he was so happy that we're married because he doesn't have to pay me. What kind of husband is he? He wants me to work 12-hour shifts for him for free.
I never could have predicted that. Wait, no, I could have. And I did.
And that's not all either. He's making me do all the housework, too. Just because I'm his wife. At work, I'm running around basically handling everything by myself. And then when I get home, I run around even more, cooking and cleaning all by myself. I am just so sick and tired of all of this.
That sounds tough. I almost feel bad for you. Almost.
I'm gonna do it. I'm just gonna divorce him. So, please, help me out here. You know I wouldn't ask unless I really needed it.
Wow, I actually didn't expect that.
Even if I get divorced, no bank will grant me a mortgage. Not one on any half-decent houses, at least. But you took so much from Adam, didn't you? He had to pay you alimony, didn't he? And your business has been doing pretty well, so you must have some money lying around. So please, lend me some money. I promise I'll give it back once I'm back on my feet.
Well, I don't know. Sure, I feel bad for you, but there's no chance I'm ever giving you a single dollar of mine. If you want to divorce Adam that badly, go ahead and do it. You're a smart cookie. You can figure out what to do after that.
Seriously? Are you really going to screw over one of your oldest friends? Come on, how long have we known each other for? 10 years? 15? You can't do this to me!
Friends don't usually steal each other's husbands, as far as I'm aware. I have no reason to help someone like you. You don't deserve my help.
Wait, but…
Anyway, I have a meeting really soon, so I'm afraid I can't waste any more time on you. I'm a busy bee. You best get back to work too, if you want to survive.
Please wait! Don't just leave me like that! Help me out somehow!
Not a chance. See you never. For your sake, though, I hope you'll pull through somehow. In the end, Adam wound up losing what little he had left and going bankrupt. Leading people takes more than just good business sense. It takes people skills. Meanwhile, it seems that Catherine has been unable to get the divorce she wanted for whatever reason. So when the company went bankrupt, they had little choice but to work together to pay off their debts. Speaking of companies, mine has been doing pretty well thanks to everyone's support. It's on track for a lot more growth already. I try to make sure that everyone gets more than enough rest so that they can give 110% while working. Thankfully, my employees seem to be more than pleased with my methods, and I haven't heard any complaints. One thing I do keep hearing, however, is the phone ringing. We're constantly getting new clients, and I hope it'll stay that way for a while.
Hey, Rachel. I wanted to thank you again for inviting me to your wedding. It was nice seeing you again after all these years. I tend to keep my circle small, so it has been quite some time since I have last been invited to something like this. I don't think I can fully express how grateful I am. Do tell me if you need any help with the preparations, okay?
I will, thank you. I think we've got everything down, but we'll let you know if anything comes up. By the way, I'm glad you're able to join us. The invite was pretty short notice, so I was worried you would have already had plans.
Oh, come now. Your wedding takes precedence over other plans. Speaking of which, can I give a speech at the wedding? I've always wanted to, ever since I was a little girl.
Wait, you'd be willing to do that? Of course you can. I think it's a great idea. You've always been great with speeches and stuff. I'm sure you'll be great.
You're one of my closest friends. This is the very least I could do for you. By the way, when can I meet Christian? I would like to have a section in the speech about him, too. I want to know the man my friend fell for.
Now that you mention it, you're one of my only friends that hasn't met him yet. He's pretty busy with work usually, to the point where even I can barely get a hold of him. But things have been calming down a little bit at work now. That's why we thought we should get the wedding done while we can. I'll see when he's free. All three of us can go for lunch at some point.
Wonderful! I look forward to meeting the man you've chosen to spend the rest of your life with. I'm certain you've chosen well. You've always had a solid head on your shoulders. And it would be nice to spend some more time with you, too. It has been far too long.
Geez, you're really piling on the pressure now, aren't you? I'm sure you'll like him, though. He's a great guy. He's been really supportive of the comic book I'm writing, too. Some of the best ideas I had were thanks to him. And even after we get married, he said we can split the housework so I can keep working on it.
Wait, really? Are you really planning on working even after you get married? That seems odd.
Well, I really love what I do. Writing my own comic was something I've always dreamed of doing. And it's been getting pretty popular recently. Once the wedding is over and done with, I plan to double my efforts.
Are you being serious? I seem to recall you wanting to be a stay-at-home mom when we were in school. What changed?
I suppose I discovered a hidden passion of mine. I always loved drawing, but I never saw it as an actual job. Until recently, anyway. I'm having a lot of fun and earning some decent money, too. Seems like a win-win situation to me.
I don't know. After marriage, it is only proper for a woman to stop working and focus on housework. To think that your fiancé would encourage you to continue working, too. Does he not make much money or something?
Sorry, what?
Sorry, I just think it's a little strange for a man to ask of his wife to work. Only a man that cannot live up to his natural role of provider would make such a request. Do you think it is a good idea to marry a guy like that?
Oh, don't worry. It's nothing like that. Most couples have both people working nowadays. We'd be able to live fairly well just off of his wages, actually. But we'd have a lot more money left over at the end of the month if we both worked. I'm the type that likes making and spending money. Work hard, play hard, that kind of thing. So this just works better for us.
Wow. In that case, why even get married? You should be able to live lavishly just from your husband's earnings. You still have time, Rachel. Do not marry this man. He isn't worthy of you.
I don't... What?
The husband is meant to be the breadwinner, so the wife can lead an easy life. If he can't do that, then he is a failure of a man. It is that simple. Look at my parents. My mom never worked, and they're so happy. You need to find a man that can support his family by himself.
I don't know. Your father owns a fairly big restaurant chain, doesn't he? I'd imagine he brings in a lot of money with that. That's probably why your family can afford him being the only one with a job. But us normal people can't really do that, you know?
That is precisely why I am begging you to reconsider the marriage. You may be a mere normal person, but you are also my friend. I care about you and your well-being. I want you to be in a marriage that truly brings you joy every day. I can tell you, this one will not do that.
I'm sure it'd be nice to be pampered by my husband, but it's not really what I want. I want to be able to pursue the things that make me happy, and to do that alongside someone I love.
I can't even begin to understand what you're saying. He's enough of a lowly speck of a man to have his wife working, and yet you're perfectly fine with continuing the relationship? What has he done to you, Rachel?
What do you mean? He hasn't done anything to me.
We may have had different upbringings, but I don't understand why you refuse to see reason. I'm telling you this is your friend, because I care about you.
Well, it really does mean a lot to me that you care so much. But it's my life. I have the final say in every decision I make. And I'm going to marry Chris.
So you won't follow my advice, no matter what? I never should have bothered being concerned for your sake. What a waste of energy. I should have known someone like you wouldn't be able to distinguish high-value men from mediocre ones. We may have been friends for a long time, but clearly you don't see this relationship's value.
Looks like the invitations for the wedding are starting to arrive, finally. I'm still glad we sent out written ones, though. They looked so good. My phone hasn't stopped buzzing since a few hours ago. Everyone's pretty happy for us. How's it going on your end? I'd imagine all of your friends are pretty happy about it as well.
For the most part, yeah. Quite a few even offered to help with preparations. But I did end up having a fight with one of my friends over this. It totally came out of left field. I'm still not exactly sure what caused it.
Really? That's odd. What happened?
So, you remember how I mentioned I had a really rich friend? The one that sometimes speaks like she's out of Shakespeare?
Yeah, I remember. You guys met in college, right? I thought you guys were still on pretty good terms, though. What happened?
Well, I sent her an invitation as well. But it turns out she views marriage in a very different way from us. When I told her that I plan on working even after we get married, she flipped out on me. Said that women shouldn't ever have to work. The husband must provide and all that.
Somehow, I don't think she's much of a feminist.
Apparently, you should be the breadwinner, and I should be sitting back, living my best life or whatever. And as you can imagine, she and I butted heads over what a proper married couple looks like.
Wow, even her ways of thinking are super old-fashioned. Sure, maybe her family can pull that off, but we have no chance. Unless you want to live in a cardboard box.
She's really sheltered, as you can see. But she's a nice girl at heart. At least, I'm pretty sure she is. So, when she does come, do you mind being cordial with her? I really didn't think she'd be that fussy about it. I don't recall us arguing about it in the past or anything.
If you say she's nice at heart, I'll believe you. I'll still be friendly with her. Everyone's got a different way of life. We shouldn't judge anyone for seeing things differently from us.
Yeah, you're right. She'll come around. I'm sure of it. At first, she was super excited about the wedding, too. She offered to give a speech and everything.
Sounds like you've got a perfect chance to work through this issue. You guys will be fine. Anyway, I think we've had enough wedding-related excitement for one day. We can handle the preparations and stuff tomorrow. I actually managed to invite one of the really important guys from work earlier today. I was kind of worried he'd laugh in my face. I definitely need a drink after that, though.
Yeah, I agree. A break from all the preparations sounds good. So does a drink. I've looked at so many different possible venues today, my eyes glazed over completely. We can wait until we know who's coming and who isn't to pick one of them. I've got a whole list ready. Shall we have our own little party tonight? It's been a while since we've last done something like that.
That's a great idea. I'll buy some drinks and snacks on my way back home. You better get ready. Tonight will be the night of your life.
Hello, Rachel. I've elected to inform you that I will not be coming to today's event. Sorry, not sorry.
You aren't? Oh no, what happened? Are you not feeling well this morning? Are you going to be okay? Or is it something at home? Your parents are fine, right?
Not to worry, I'm in perfect health. As are my parents. I simply do not feel like attending anymore. I have lost all interest in the wedding of a person such as yourself.
Are you seriously still upset about that?
Of course I am! You've chosen to ignore my sage advice, and in doing so have lost my respect. What reason do I have to attend the wedding of someone whom I have no respect for?
Sage advice? You basically told me to ignore my feelings and find another guy that's richer. Are you really not going to come just because of that? And you seem so excited to give that speech today. Are you really not going to come?
I never promised I would give the speech. And besides, there is scarcely anything positive I could say, given the circumstances.
Seriously?
And besides, it would lower me to attend such a lowly event. My value as a person would plummet simply from being in your presence. I would like to avoid that, if at all possible. In the meantime, I suppose you shall have to find someone else to give a speech. Then again, I doubt that many of the people you surround yourself with could construct a sentence longer than 3 words.
Seriously, what's gotten into you? Is this really any way to talk to your friends, even if you disagree with them on something?
Friends? Don't make me laugh. Who would befriend someone like you? We ceased being friends the moment you betrayed me.
Betrayed? You're being so dramatic right now.
Dramatic? I would rather be dramatic than foolish. You are choosing to marry a man that cannot support you. And for what? Because of your own stubbornness?
How am I stubborn? You're just being unreasonable.
Wait, upon further examination, the invitation shows a lot of greenery. Are you really getting married in a public park? I had not expected your husband to be so poor that you would need to resort to this. Oh, this is amusing.
It's not a public park, it's a garden wedding. Getting married in a place full of nature has always been a dream of mine. Plants and flowers are just so beautiful.
Oh, what a minuscule dream. I suppose it's fitting, though. For me, it simply must be an enormous venue, filled with rare art. I did not realize until now, but it would appear that the things we value are completely different. I suppose it is to be expected. There's no way commoners would be able to understand me.
I guess not. I suppose I was wrong about you.
As was I. It appears that you cannot even afford to go abroad during your honeymoon. What a shame. I suppose I shouldn't even ask if you two are planning to buy a house. A tiny studio apartment seems far more befitting for you. And without money, will you be able to do anything? Of course not. I pity you. Forced to work endlessly just to survive. The most tragic part in all of this is that you were an acceptable friend. But after you marry your pauper, you shall transform into a worthless woman. Not that you weren't well on your way towards that anyway.
Stop speaking about Chris like that. You can say anything you want about me, but I will not forgive you if you keep insulting him.
Oh no! Whatever shall I do without your forgiveness? Your insistence on defending a man that has no worth is just so entertaining.
Beatrice, I will ask you this one last time. It is your final chance. I still see you as my friend. I want to work through this with you. Are you really not going to come to my wedding? If you don't, our friendship is as good as dead.
You seem to be forgetting. Our friendship has been dead for a rather long time. I warned you that you would be ruining your life marrying that man. Clearly, a rich person, such as myself, is just not compatible with commoners.
Really? Your father's here, though. He's pretty rich as far as I know. But you know what? It's fine. I see that you really don't want to be friends anymore. You don't need to come anymore. The speech isn't needed anymore either. And since you aren't coming, I don't see any real reason for your father to be here. It's a shame, though. I was really glad that he took the time out of his day to come, too. But I'll let him know that you think this isn't a place for those with money. I wonder if he'd agree.
Hold on a moment. Why is my father there? What reason does he have to bother coming to your wedding? We may have been friends before, but only an idiot would invite her friend's parents to their wedding.
It wasn't me that invited him, actually. I had never spoken to him before today, in case you forgot. Chris invited him.
He did what?
And as far as I'm aware, Chris didn't invite him because he was your father. He invited him because the two of them have been working together quite closely recently.
Working quite closely? What is the meaning of this? If that's your attempt at a joke, I must say that it isn't funny. My parents run a massive conglomerate, highly prestigious and well-known around the world. There is no way that a commoner like your fiancé and my father would ever work together. Not in a million years.
I wouldn't be so sure. Even if he is a commoner, Christian is a very capable man. That much should be obvious, even to you. After all, I thought highly enough of him to come celebrate his marriage.
You must be joking!
But please, by all means, continue looking down on my business partner. I'm sure it's going to help you stroke your ego. I have no idea how you ended up such a spoiled brat.
Are you?
And to think you waited until the last moment to decide not to show. I don't recall raising such a pompous, inconsiderate, and selfish daughter. I truly have failed as a father.
Wait. Papa? Is that really you?
Took you long enough to figure that out. I was waiting with Rachel and Christian, wondering when you would finally show up. And yet, it looks like you decided that you had more pressing business than your friend's wedding. And to top it all off, that pressing business was acting childish. Because of you, my reputation has been dragged through the mud. I am disappointed in you, Beatrice Elizabeth Cornwall.
There's no way this is happening. Did I get dragged into an alternate universe? How could something like this ever happen? And why would you ever bother going to that wedding, Papa? I don't get it. Just how friendly have you gotten with that commoner? And why do I, of all people, have to go there? Just who is this groom? Why does he have so much influence over you, Papa?
This is painful to see. I've tried to teach you to remain calm while under pressure, but clearly I've failed in that aspect too.
But, Papa...
Christian has been a great help around our company recently, and I have a great deal of respect for him. Especially in regards to IT. He's very skilled with computers, you know? Skilled enough that he could have started his own company a long time ago. Not only that, he's also just a funny guy. I quite like him as a person.
You like him as a person?
Indeed I do. It's become a bit of a ritual for us two to get lunch together. I certainly owe him for all the time that he's helped me.
You owe favors. To him? Not the other way around? Surely there's no need to interact with him. I mean, he's just an underling of yours. There's no reason to bother with him.
How much of an idiot are you? Have I really failed as a father to this extent?
But...
He's on my staff, but he's not an underling. He's a human being, first and foremost, and he deserves respect just like everyone else. Besides, he's helping out with my company. The whole reason we hired him is because we couldn't handle the IT issues ourselves. How can you be my daughter and be so slow at the same time? Christian is a highly talented man who has learned his trade well. And Rachel, who is your friend, in case you've forgotten, is a very worthy woman as well. What right do you have to call them commoners when they are so far above you as people? Just because you're my daughter, does that give you the right to treat other people like dirt? Tell me, Beatrice, can you write code? Can you debug someone else's code? Can you build a website that handles a massive amount of traffic every day? Of course you can't. You can't do anything, and yet you sit on your throne acting like you're special.
Papa, what's happened to you? You're usually so kind to me, so why are you acting like this?
You expect me to be kind at a time like this? Because of you acting like a child, I've had to deal with more embarrassment in one day than I have had in the past 20 years of my career.
But that wasn't my intention, Papa.
Of course it wasn't. You never intended to get caught. I have been far too easy on you for your whole life. I didn't want you to experience poverty like I did growing up, and look where that got you. I thought if you found a nice man for you to marry, you'd be okay, and look where that got you. I thought that I shouldn't force you to work unless you had to. I knew the stress of burning out just to survive, and look where that got you. I've realized something today. I never should have been so easy on you. It stopped you from ever growing past being an entitled brat. From today onward, I won't coddle you.
What do you mean?
I mean, it's time for you to learn what life is really all about. You're cut off. And don't even think about trying to get out of it. I'll freeze your credit cards before you can even say Papa.
But...
Now, my business partner and I have a rather important event to attend. Without you acting like a little pest. Try not to cause any more trouble. I won't be easy on you if you do.
said I need to learn how to live by myself. What's that even supposed to mean?
Sounds like a good time to learn. Honestly, I always thought you were a bit of a spoiled brat, even when we first met back in college. Good luck with learning what the real world is like.
Oh, shut up! Why do I have to learn what the real world is like? It was totally fine for me not to know until 2 days ago. But now my idiot dad just forced me to get a job.
Oh, that's great. A job is the perfect first step to learning how to contribute to society. Are you working in an office? Because you certainly could be doing a lot worse than that.
I wish. Office work would be 1,000 times better than what I got. I have to clean up around this random apartment complex. Why do I, of all people, have to clean up others' disgusting messes?
How terrible.
My dad even had the nerve to tell me this is the perfect way for me to learn how to do housework. Why did it have to be a crappy apartment complex anyway? Why not a fancy mansion at the very least? Who knows what kind of weirdos are living in that complex? I can't believe I have to clean up after filthy commoners.
Wait a second. Is that complex called Green Hill Apartments by any chance?
Huh? Yeah, it is. How did you know?
Oh, well, I was just sitting out on the balcony, enjoying a warm cup of coffee. And I thought I saw someone I recognized a couple of streets down from here.
Oh, no. You live here? Please don't tell me it's your apartment I need to clean up. You're not in apartment 908, right? Please say you're not.
Oh, that's a surprise. I do live in 908. What a funny coincidence, huh?
Oh, you're joking.
You know, it wasn't just your dad who saw our messages on the wedding day. Christian saw them as well. He got really pouty after you called him good for nothing. I'd never seen him like that before. And he started apologizing to me for having me working as well, as if it wasn't my choice. Though I do appreciate him wanting to split the housework. He even said he'd cover the cost of us moving in together.
Don't tell me you used the money to order this cleaning service.
Oh, but I did. After the wedding, it feels like I'll never get through everything in my apartment. So I thought I might as well take him up on the offer and use some of the money to clean up and make it easier to move. I never thought it'd be you that would help me clean, though. I guess fate just works in mysterious ways, huh?
Just shut up already! Why do I have to clean up after you, of all people?
Okay, hold on a second here. Is that really how you should be treating a paying customer? I don't think so. You better clean up like you're told, or I might just have to let your boss know what a poor job you've done.
What about you? Is that how you treat one of your friends? Like I'm some kind of servant? Don't you have any empathy?
Friends? That's odd. I don't recall us being friends. Pretty sure you said so yourself. You haven't forgotten that already, have you?
Crap!
Man, to think that the daughter of such a successful entrepreneur would be my cleaner for the day. Let's make sure we enjoy these next 2 hours, okay? After that, Beatrice spent the next 2 hours toiling away cleaning Rachel's apartment. For the first time in her life, she learned what it meant to earn the money she had. Left with no choice but to earn money for herself, Beatrice was forced to downgrade to a tiny apartment. Her parents haven't given her any extra help, and didn't seem to plan on doing so anytime soon either. So Beatrice continued working for the cleaning company that hired her. And it was through this work that she came to understand the harsh realities of life and how hard earning money truly is. Though it took her whole lifestyle being turned upside down, she has begun to realize just how sheltered she was from the real world. Let's hope she continues to learn and improve herself so that her father may one day forgive her.